Your phone rings and you look. It's a weird phone number. Maybe it says scam likely on your screen. Most people think missing one call is no big deal. But what if answering that one call could cost you everything? Every time your phone buzzes with an unknown caller, you're playing a high stakes game. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why picking up that mysterious call is far more dangerous than you ever imagined. In 2023 alone, over 56 million Americans fell victim to phone scams, losing more than $25 billion of their hard-earned money. That's 1 in 5 adults who answered the wrong call and paid the price. Today, we're breaking down exactly what makes you want to always answer weird phone calls, the nightmare consequences of answering, and how to fight back so you never become the next victim. Keep watching because the scariest part of this story comes at the very end of this video. Curiosity killed the call. Why we feel the need to answer. Why do we even want to answer these sketchy calls? It turns out scammers are masters at preying on our emotions and our instincts. Psychologists say a major trigger is the fear of missing out. That's FOMO. FOMO, the fear of missing out. Many people get anxious about missing a call, worrying they'll overlook an emergency or an important opportunity. Scammers know this. They use local phone numbers or use urgent sounding messages to exploit your curiosity and fear, making you think, what if this is important? Fear of missing an emergency. What if it's the hospital? What if a family member's in trouble? That fear of missing an emergency can make anyone's heart skip a beat when an unknown number pops up. Scammers count on this fear. They may even manipulate caller ID to display the name of a local hospital, bank, or police department to trick you into picking up and answering that phone call. Your mind goes crazy. It could be real. And that split second of panic is exactly what the scammers want. Curiosity and urgency. Sometimes it's not fear, but just plain curiosity. One ring and a weird phone number hangs up. You feel an extremely strong desire to call back, but don't call back. It's usually a trap called the one ring scam, designed to stick you with big phone bill charges to your account, or simply to confirm your number is active. Other times, it's a robocall claiming you've won a prize, or there's an urgent limited time offer. This plays on your fear of missing out, the idea that you might miss something great if you don't act. Scammers deliberately create a sense of urgency. Call back now or lose out. This is to push you into reacting before you think. Politeness and habit. Have you ever felt rude for ignoring a call? Many of us, especially older adults, were raised to always answer the phone. Scammers know some people hate being rude to others, and that some will be curious forever about a missed call. As one expert noted, older folks grew up being told to pick up every call, and scammers prey on that trust and habit. Scammers keep calling repeatedly, hoping you'll eventually give in, thinking it must be important if they keep calling. Don't let these tactics fool you. It's emotional manipulation at its best. Now, story time. The tempting late night call. Imagine it's 11:47 at night and your phone buzzes on your nightstand. The number is unfamiliar and from out of state. Your heart races uncontrollably. This can't be good. What if it's an emergency? Still very drowsy, you remember hearing about scam phone calls. For a moment, your curiosity almost wins. You imagine it could be a friend with a new number or a relative in trouble, but then you do the smart thing. You let it go to voicemail. You later find no message. confirming it was likely a scam. Your small act of letting it go to voicemail saved you from who knows what type of crazy scam. The takeaway? That inner itch to answer is totally normal, but it's also something scammers count on. Recognize it, and you've won half the battle. When answering turns deadly for your data and your money, okay, so you're fighting the urge to answer. But what really happens if you slip up and take that call? The consequences can be downright devastating. Those few seconds of saying hello could open the floodgates to identity theft, financial ruin, or worse. Here's what's at stake when you answer that scam likely call. You confirm you're a target. The moment you pick up, scammers cheer. Why? Because they just confirmed your number is active and that a real person answers. A real person's phone number is valuable data. If you ever wondered why you get more spam calls after answering one, that's why. Scammers may add your number to a suckers list or sell it to other scammers, meaning even more scam calls are headed your way. It's like stepping into quicksand. One wrong move and you sink deeper. Identity theft and data breach risks. Some scam calls are quick to fish for personal info. They'll pose as your bank, saying something like, "We detected unusual activity. Please verify your account info." In a panic, you might blurt out your banking details or your social security number. Now, that info is now in criminal hands. In other cases, there's the notorious "Can you hear me" scam. The caller innocently asks if you can hear them. Automatically, you say yes. Bad move. The FCC has warned about these say yes calls, where scammers record your voice. In theory, they could misuse that recording to authorize charges or open accounts in your name. At a minimum, it engages you in conversation so they can try to extract more details for identity theft. One wrong answer can hand a thief the keys to your identity. Financial devastation. This is the big one. Answering a scam call can directly cost you money, sometimes life-changing amounts. How? Scammers are social engineers. Once they have you on the line, they spin stories that pull at your heartstrings or terrify you into compliance. Real life horror. In late 2023, an 83-year-old woman in California answered a call from someone claiming to be her grandson in jail. Within days, she was scammed out of nearly $50,000 of her savings. The caller had pretended to be an attorney needing bail money, and in her frantic desire to help family, she followed instructions that drained her bank account. She isn't alone. Another woman in Oklahoma got a call just before Christmas 2024. The scammers convinced her to withdraw $15,000 in cash and deposit it into a fake account, wiping out her savings. These are not isolated cases. They are happening every day across America. Over 92% of Americans got spam calls in 2023, and tens of millions fell victim. Those who do fall for these scams lose a median of about $1,480 each, meaning many lose much more. People have lost 5 or 6 figures, even their entire retirement nest eggs, from a single scam call. No amount of curiosity is worth that risk. Personal safety threats. We usually think of phone scams as financial, but there's a darker side. Your emotional and physical safety can be threatened. Scammers often use fear to cloud your judgment. They might claim to be watching you or know where you live, or as we'll see later, even impersonate loved ones in distress. The stress and trauma of these calls can be severe. Victims of phone scams often describe the experience as terrifying, with panic attacks, sleepless nights, and lasting anxiety after being targeted. If you engage with a threatening scam caller, They may escalate the scare tactics, leaving you shaken long after the call ends. In short, answering can open you up to a world of stress that no one needs in their life. Bottom line, when that unknown number flashes on your screen, remember what's on the line. It's not just a harmless chat. Everything could be at risk. Your bank balance, your identity, your peace of mind, all at risk. The safest call you'll ever make is the one you do not answer. Now, how to outsmart the scammers every single day. By now, you might be thinking, all right, I'll never answer these calls again. But what if it's important? What if I have to pick up? The truth is, you almost never have to pick up. Here's the best way for the average person to handle those mysterious calls and how to fight the need to answer calls when curiosity or fear kicks in. Number one, let it ring or send to voicemail. Guilt free. The number one rule, do not answer unknown numbers. Do not pick up, period. Allow yourself to ignore it without guilt. If it's truly important, say a legitimate caller, they will leave a voicemail or send a text. Scammers usually won't. You can also silence unknown callers on your phone so you're not even tempted by the ring. Remember, if it's a real emergency, the caller will find another way or call back repeatedly. One missed call won't cost a life, but one answered scam call could cost you thousands. Number two, pause and verify. If you're worried it might be real, here's a pro tip. Don't call back the number that just called you. Instead, find a way to verify through a trusted channel. For example, if the caller claimed to be your bank saying, urgent fraud alert, hang up and call your bank's official customer service number from the back of your credit card or debit card. If it's the police calling about a relative, hang up and call that relative or have another family member call them directly. Never trust incoming caller ID. Scammers can copy phone numbers to look legitimate. Taking a moment to verify can save you from walking straight into a trap. Number three, mentally train yourself. Curb that curiosity. It sounds odd, but you can practice not answering. The same way you train yourself to not click sketchy links, train for calls. The next time you see unknown or a weird international number, literally tell yourself, no good can come from this. Picture the worst case scam scenario. That image will erase your curiosity quick. Some people even set a personal rule. I only answer numbers in my contacts. Make it a habit. Over time, the reflex to answer every ring fades and you feel in control instead of anxious. Number four, use voicemail and text messaging as shields. We live in a world of texting and voicemail. Use that to your advantage. Let unknown callers identify themselves in a message. If you get a vague voicemail asking you to call back, don't. Legitimate folks will be specific. For example, hi, this is Dr. Smith's office. Call us at 555-1212. Scammers often won't leave a message at all, or if they do, it's an automated warning about your car's extended warranty or legal action against you. Those scare tactics are very common. Delete and block the number. By not engaging, you've cost them time and protected yourself. Number five, spread the word and set boundaries. Talk to your family, especially less tech-savvy relatives, about not answering unknown calls. It might feel weird at first. What if I offend someone by not answering? But your safety comes first. If you're really concerned about missing something critical, arrange a system with loved ones. Say, text message me first if you're calling from an unfamiliar number. That way, when the phone rings, you know it's legitimate. For everything else, assume any unknown call is a scam until proven otherwise. By adopting these behaviors daily, you're making it dramatically harder for phone scammers to even reach you, let alone trick you. Each time you resist that itch to answer, you're basically hanging up on fraud. And now, the final wake up call. You've made it this far, and you're smarter to the tricks and dangers of scam phone calls. But here's the twist: the scariest scam call is the one that feels perfectly safe. Scammers are evolving, and they know you might ignore a random, scam likely, or out of state phone number. So imagine this: your phone rings, and the caller ID shows the name of your child's school, or your doctor's office, or even your own mother's phone number. You answer without a second thought, only to realize too late it was a very smart scam. Or worse, you get a call and hear your child's actual voice crying that they're in deadly trouble. This is no fake horror story. In early 2023, an Arizona mom got an unknown call and heard what sounded exactly like her 15-year-old daughter begging for help. "Mom, please, they've got me." A kidnapper barking demands in the background. It was a deep fake scam using artificial intelligence to clone her daughter's voice. The mother nearly lost $1 million in ransom in an emotional panic before discovering her daughter was actually safe. Yes, this really happened. The lesson: scammers will stop at nothing to get you on the phone. They will impersonate your loved ones, your bank, the authorities, whatever it takes to get through your defenses. Not taking scam calls seriously is a mistake that could cost you thousands of dollars. It's easy to think, "I'm too smart to fall for that," or "it won't happen to me." That's exactly what the victims thought too. The danger is real, and it's growing. Phone scams in the United States hit all-time highs in recent years. Americans lost a record $10 billion to reported scams in 2023, with phone calls and text messages causing the highest losses per incident. Every time you dismiss an unknown call as probably nothing, remember it only takes one moment of weakness to steal your sense of security. But now you know what to do when the phone rings unexpectedly. You have the power to just let your phone ring, to verify, to think twice. That simple act of caution can be the difference between escaping a bullet and walking straight into a trap. So, the next time an unknown number lights up your screen, ask yourself, is satisfying my curiosity worth risking my identity, my money, or my loved ones? By staying alert and refusing to engage, you turn the tables on the scammers. They lose and you win every time you don't pick up. In this age of endless scam calls, true power is in saying no by saying nothing at all and never answering. Now that you're armed with knowledge, stay safe out there and spread the word. The phone in your hand can be either a lifeline or a dangerous piece of technology. The choice is yours every time your phone rings. Remember, sometimes the smartest answer to a dangerous call is no answer at all. If you found this eye-opening, share it with someone who needs to hear it. It might just save them from a scammer's trap. Stay aware. Once again, my name is KD, and this is CyberDefend Lab at CyberDefend Lab.